I want to use the word attacked. We can use the word attacked, and was automatically called a liar by people who don't know her, probably for sure don't know JJ Reddick, right? Wasn't there at Duke when this happened, transpired. So you don't know if she is lying or telling the truth. Do I know if she's lying or telling the truth? No. I'm inclined to believe her because it's rare that as Black people we make up stories of, oh, he called me the N-word. Why would you make that up? The question becomes the question that was proposed was, what did she have to gain saying this over 20 years later? Because she went to Duke for a postgraduate degree at the same time that JJ Reddick went there as an undergrad. So this is between the years of 2002 and 2005 to put things into further context. So this was over 20 years ago. So she's being attacked, saying, one, she's lying, or two, why would you wait until this moment to bring up something like that? And although I don't agree with like, hey, you're lying because you don't know. I think it is only fair that people ask, why did you wait this long to bring it up? I think it's fair. Certain people say, hey, you just need to believe her no matter what. And you're trying to pretty much negate or belittle her in her experience. No, we're not. But I believe and I feel that if you're going to bring up something, especially to this magnitude, to attack somebody's character, even though it's 20 years later, I think now we are owed context. I think now we are owed a further explanation of what went down, not to further corroborate your story, because I'm not saying you're lying or telling the truth. I'm saying I believe you. I'm saying what happened. What happened that caused him to call you the N-word? Like, don't you want to know? Like, for people to ask that, you can't now get upset or attack the people who are asking this in the comment section because you opened yourself up for this.
People want to know.
You said one small thing, and then you said another. The only thing that I didn't understand or really didn't like was she says this, oh, what a world where somebody can, use a racial slur even 20 years ago and now be the head coach of the Lakers, almost inferring that he is still the same JJ Reddick. She goes on to post something a little bit more contradictory, saying, hey, this was years ago, over 20 years ago. I believe that people can grow. So if you believe that people can grow, you're still harboring on that negative experience that you had and not giving him the grace that you're saying that you're affording people in this tweet to grow. Maybe he has grown and he's not the same JJ Reddick. You were doing postgraduate studies. He was undergrad
on the basketball team at Duke University.
And I'm not absolving it. He probably had a small view of the world, but you just said people can change. So is he not given that grace to change? So it's a tricky situation. It's hard for me to believe that JJ Reddick is that same person that he was 20 years ago. I'm not even the same person that I was 20 years ago. I had ignorances from when I came out of high school because I didn't understand the world that I had to learn, mature, and adapt to as I matriculated through college, as I gained more real world experience, as I met people from different backgrounds. My viewpoint had to change. I had very ignorant thoughts dealing with like mental health, anxiety, depression, thinking that it only affected white people because that was the viewpoints of my parents. Oh, you don't need therapy. That's for white people. That's ignorant. But that's how I thought when I was younger, because that's what I was taught. So could it have been the same case with JJ? Possibly, but we don't know that. I think my question is it a thing of you just wanted to get it off your chest? Was it something that was festering in you and it triggered him getting another accomplishment that made you take to Twitter to say that? Was it a case because JT, I'm sure you've been called the N-word. I've been called the N-word. Middle school, high school. Me personally, I don't let it affect me that much. because it's an ignorance. You're not in my stratosphere. You're not in my world. You're clearly ignorant. And as long as you don't cause me bodily harm, affect my well-being, take away a job, or you're in a position where it affects my employment, then we have issues. But for me, I think we get so hung up on this N-word, right? And just get so offended by everything that, I don't know. I think this was a case of, I don't know if she wanted cancel culture. I really don't know her purpose for tweeting about this, several years later. I don't. But I don't think she's lying.
Yeah. So there we go.